Mama, Mama, okay, Mama, that's your time shortage. Naging toxic population. Yummy. Okay. Today we talk about like it was supposed to take like no, it like today and drive it over about the home model like surface also but I had to okay, this is kind of food spot. I'm going to get it bad thai and bad thai two the seashore of the sideways is well good. Yeah. This seashore the top of seashore is of that for Nermas. Yeah, all winter and the other thing. But this one how it will some will how it will like the little puts you in the stove is so annoying. Look at this weekly. All of this over the fish zombies. Oh, so annoying. So, I saw the bulbous. And some the good. No one was struggling up at the zombie zombies. Well, you know, when you're in the box or something, then you get out. And then there is terrible zombies. This was not adding zombies. I like the zombies. There is just a bottle of your eyes at the time. Please knock the exhaust. Please zombie help. It's so annoying. I already go there, but I'm a lot. These are service weapons. They're really good. They're not bad. They're really good. Yes, they're really good. They're not just good. Why would you like fall down? This is going to step back. What's the next question? We should step back. I'm going to really cool. I'm happy I come to the one. Okay, I put down 9 out of 10. Okay, think of more than what to I would give it 10 out of 10 of the item, but for like people using it, oh no. And just give it like 5 out of 10, 2 out of 10, so that was it. Because it's a very good and it's focused. There is what is the only thing I had about this movie is so I give you the 7 out of 10. I just 2 out of 10. It had horrible. This one is 2 I should have done like a 15 out of 10. Is it less? Like 50 or something. Okay, let's talk about other things. The orange president, when they got orange, the new one president. Okay, guys. Oh, that shouldn't need more chances because one could be it would. I think it would be more chances. Man, but no, it wouldn't got. It wouldn't get in season 9. We don't in that would in season 9. It was the sideways. No, you then definitely a real one. Then now let's talk about to put the calling please. Hello belong. That's good help by the every season and skip that. You got a front of a scream on match. You could go like the movie. You got level 3 already. On me though. That's like level 2 already. And I'm supposed to and then really was top the question of new stuff. I cannot deny the film one. No, it's just the game, but this is what I put. The update, like all the updates. The people want to forget what was like, what they call the ILTM, but that's okay. I will go ATM, that's like, it's a bit worse, that's okay. Then finally, can't but yeah, okay, get a food. One, two, black one. Let's stay with the candy. You don't do so. You don't. I know the candy, but you don't take. Hey, don't even keep it. Please don't put it. Chocolate, come on, good chocolate. That's like the widest thing I saw. But I began. Come on. Now, this is going to be too big for awards. Only awards for this last year. So, well, not like I don't know, it's just no, never can do. But we still have one level again. Copy got service, they're very good. I think cool, but not that good. And let's talk about other stuff. On the left. No, we're supposed to try and no, I'm done. Guys, this is why I can't eat a 2 out of 10. That's why I can't eat a 2 out of 10. That was a dump. Now, this is what I had. Go. I don't want to. I got the whole everything and I got this fun. It'll put together. It's a can. It's the cookie pants. Okay, I'm going to let them put this pizza. Mama, making call. By the way, my call. This is it. I got the call. No, it's very easy. So there's going to be a piece, no reason for that. For the top the class. Beach. That's why they're coming out. But also, what is this going on? There's going on. I know what on. No, what is tomorrow you subscribe and you can subscribe next week. I'm going to. Just get them next week. I'm going. It's Saturday. In Saturday, I'm going to. I'm going to my video got which devices has to get less memory and why. But why like okay. I have a lot of memory. Little. There's memory. Yeah. How many over there which I just only memory. Just they just my memory. Yeah. Oh. Hello. That cost so much memory. Can we chat them? Yeah. Devices will cost less memory. Maybe tomorrow. You will get anything coming tomorrow. Please get the next coming tomorrow. Okay? Get it away to video. Okay? Come on. No. How many memory? But what something yours got normal guys. Don't they say, oh guys, this got one thing I'll go some movie. Everything is going on. Everything. Oh my god, really good. Everything sounds so good. Come on. What's the only book? No. But tomorrow we're going to do a video like young trophies how to collect memories and why. Not reverse. Okay. Epic season video I think. Okay, make birthday. Like English British better places Mustafa also better no but something to do. Then hopefully they'll just listen 10 feeling memory repeated and then back knowledge speaking knowledge then the name of glass movie it because but not good to use what bad see and you got it to the memory that can help them is past level 15 and the seas won't talk about it because this is very bad or a lot of devices have to put these and it's unvisited was let's see I don't have pending for that. Oh, he has graphics. The mode has to form. Look, mission my over. I guess when the versus we could attend normally. Instead of the sheet, we don't need to experience. This one is but I don't know what. If I know that. Ghost. Want to ghost. Didn't go over the how kiss me anymore? Kiss me. Import production. Okay. A little more movie. Hi. A little more. And let's see. You can put it. Okay. Oh, okay. Jeez, man. It has to get the color. It's so good. So I'm imagining the image.
I demand you offer fruit in your Happy Meals.
You got it, man. By chance, does your kid want some McDonald's Monopoly game pieces with that? Basically legalized gambling.
That would be fine.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory, the only show that gives you 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, on a statistical analysis bun. Today we're theorizing about the world's favorite fast food restaurant and also poor college student Matt Pat's favorite restaurant, period, McDonald's. Now, this isn't the first food theory episode to take on Mickey D's, and it's far from the last, because let's face it, from its commercials, to its food, to its history, to its creepy clown mascot who's more recognizable than Jesus Christ, you can say that there's a lot to talk about here.
Who's that?
I don't know. George W. Bush?
No, that's a good guess, though. Who's that?
From McDonald's.
So with the full menu of McDonald's topics to choose from, today we're chowing down on the business side of things. Because let's face it, McDonald's has been playing the marketing game at another level for decades. Building miniature playgrounds in your stores, genius. No matter how much Lysol you'd have to use to keep you step near one of those things these days. The Happy Meal toys, iconic. Especially if we're talking about those dinosaur ones that turned into the food items. In case you're wondering, by the way, my eBay bid was accepted. You're looking at the proud new owner of Fry-Ceratops and the rest of the dinosaur changeables gang. Oh, they're so cute! And then there's the granddaddy of them all. The McDonald's promotion that effectively got me addicted to gambling before I knew what probability was. The McDonald's Monopoly game. If you're not familiar, go ahead and crawl out from beneath that rock you've been living under, and then take a seat on said rock and prepare to get learned. The McDonald's Monopoly game is a limited time promotion that usually comes along once a year or so, and gives you little game pieces that you peel off of certain menu items. If you can collect all the pieces of a certain color to make a Monopoly, just like you do in the board game, you win a prize, with Park Place and Boardwalk usually cashing in for a cool $1,000,000. Anyway, in college and throughout my professional theater career, my friends and cast members and I played McDonald's Monopoly so much that it even started seeping into our everyday speech. Case in point, Baltic Avenue was one of the most common and therefore least valuable pieces of the game. So if both pieces on your soda or fries were Baltic Avenue, we called it a double Baltic, which we then used to mean anything worthless or disappointing. It can be used in all sorts of situations, by the way. Ugh, they got my order wrong. Double Baltic. Or they're releasing the Snyder Cut, all the Baltics. The dream of one day winning the McDonald's Monopoly game was a big one for me. But now that I'm a little bit older, I recognize that the odds of me winning the $1,000,000 are, well, let's just say pretty double Baltic. And this, of course, got me thinking, what would it actually take to win this thing? Like, how much McDonald's would a person have to buy to guarantee that they have the McDonald's Monopoly grand prize? How much would that sort of thing cost? And most importantly, because we do not waste food in this household, young man, let's assume that you have to eat all of the food that you bought to get the game pieces. How many calories would that be? How much weight you putting on? How supersized are you getting? So hold on to your buns, because we're diving into the economics and gastronomics of McDonald's Monopoly. Now, to start, I should clarify that there isn't one single unified version of the McDonald's Monopoly game. From year to year, the rules change slightly, the odds change slightly, even the menu items that have the game pieces on them change a little bit. Since we can't know for certain what the rules for McDonald's next Monopoly promotion will be, they've teased that it could return in 2021, by the way, that means that we might as well base our calculations off the years whose rules and data are the most complete and readily available to us. Those years happen to be 2014 and 2016. Granted, the data is a few years old, but for our purposes, the game has stayed similar enough over the years that it will be a solid approximation. We're also only considering the American version of McDonald's Monopoly, though the game is offered with different sets of rules and prizes from South Africa to Poland to Hong Kong. Those versions are often a little less dramatic, though. For instance, in Canada, the grand prize is $50,000 instead of $1,000,000. But back to McDonald's, because now it's time to crunch some fries and some numbers. According to Business Insider's coverage of the Monopoly game in the fall of 2014, there were 602,490,060 game pieces in play, each of which consists of 2 stamps, for a grand total of about 1.2 billion chances to win. And I do want to pause here to clarify these terms, because they confused me when I first started researching this thing, and we're going to use them a lot. A game piece is the term for the entire object this hand is holding. Game pieces are what gets slapped onto different McDonald's products, and each individual game piece consists of 2 separate stamps. So you could say that the hand in this picture is holding 1 game piece, or you could say it's holding 2 stamps. Both are correct. You'd also be correct to say that we've completely beat this topic to death, so let's move along. Now, if we're we're trying to guarantee hitting the grand prize of $1 million, we can't just determine what item gives us the best cost per game piece, which is hash browns, by the way, and get all 1.2 billion stamps by buying the cheapest item. McDonald's puts the game pieces on a variety of different menu items, which means we not only have to buy different menu items, but for our purposes today, we also have to determine how many of which menu items we need to buy. The menu items in play are Filet-O-Fish sandwiches, Big Macs, 10 and 20-piece chicken McNuggets, Egg McMuffins, biscuit sandwiches, hash browns, large fries, and medium soft drinks. Now, we don't know if the game pieces are distributed evenly among those 9 menu items or not, but we can figure it out by referring to the odds detailed in the fine print from the official rules of the game. In 2014, there was one free parking stamp for several of the menu items, and the official rules give us the odds of hitting that individual stamps for each of them. On the Filet-O-Fish, it was 1 in 19,585,000. Fries, it was 1 in 150,254,000. So using those numbers, we can approximate how many of the 600 million game pieces allocated to each menu item, and that's how many of each we're going to have to buy if we want to guarantee the win. Now, calculating the minimum cost of these is actually pretty simple, because your best value is going to be buying everything a la carte rather than as part of an extra value meal. True, the extra value meals always cost less than all 3 parts bought individually, but McDonald's is clever.
Here's how to play on the OG Fortnite map with 50 other people in creative. The boy Daily recreated the Chapter 1 map with locations including Tilted Towers, Loot Lake, Tomato Town, everything. It's not perfect, but still accurate, and it's even got the OG loot pool. My only issue is that it can be a bit buggy, and you might run into a few teamers. Here's the map code. If you play this, please don't sweat, so this can actually feel like OG Fortnite. If you want to play with me, I'll be hosting a few customs on stream for YouTube videos, so if you want to be a part of that, go subscribe.
Oh, just one.
Jake from State Farm, that Mayo markdown saved me.
I played Mario Kart in Fortnite. Using a custom mod, you can race around on maps like Delfino Square, Mario Circuit, even the Wii Baseball Stadium. You can also spawn in quad crashers by clicking F1. I'll say it again, but this has me super excited for the future of Fortnite modding, especially when Epic releases Creative 2.0. However, just to be clear, this is not creative, so don't ask for the map code. It was made by Reese using Blender and Unreal Engine. Subscribe for more.
This is Mike. Mike blew his entire life savings on a permanent burn shampoo invention, which actually attracted more cats than customers. Now, instead of wasting money, Mike is looking to save it with Amerisave's great rates. See how much you could save at Amerisave.com.
Mr. Beast has a burger chain. Can we have our scientific burger
The
chain?
Science Burger.
Science burger.
Yeah.
Theory burger.
Theory Burger.
Theory burger.
This looks like the worst burger.
Hey guys, and welcome. Theory.
Oh.
That's a different channel. That's a different intro. Hello, internet. Welcome to New Theory.
Yeah, it's cool.
Fine. I've been doing a lot of GT Live recording lately. Anyway, we are here today, ladies and gentlemen, as a follow-up on our Does Burger Stack Order Matter episode. This is not a part 2. This is a addendum.
Here. Is that here? This way.
Up and to the left.
It's this way.
We want to watch that episode because in that episode we ultimately concluded that the order in which you stack your ingredients does matter. That's right, and not just from a stability standpoint either. We were mind blown to learn how the ingredient stack order affects the taste of a burger. And believe it or not, we found the best tasting stack order to be identical to the double Krabby Patty with cheese from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Put a patty on a bun with lettuce, cheese, onions, tomatoes, ketchup, mustard, pickles, and top bun together in that order.
But in that episode, many of you thought that we were going to conclude something a bit different. what not just ideal stack order, but why it matters and how we can best optimize it. Because sure, when your ingredients are lettuce, cheese, onion, tomato, ketchup, mayo, and pickle, following the example of old SpongeBob is the ideal way to stack. That, in our opinion, is what's going to get you the best flavor experience, but it doesn't mean it's the best flavor overall. Because remember, the ingredients we tested in the previous episode were selected because they're the most popular and appeared in emojis. They were the quintessential burger ingredients, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're the right burger ingredients. What happens if you start getting a bit experimental? So today, we're taking it a step further, using our knowledge of burger stacking and applying it to try and make the best burger possible. What ingredients should you be putting on that burger? Today, we're focused on the chemistry of taste and why certain flavors pair well together, then taking those lessons to create the ideal ingredient list to make the perfect burger bite. Now, if you're anything like me, you've had some very delicious burgers with some very atypical ingredients. Pineapple, avocado, dried cranberries, goat cheese, aioli. When I visited Australia, I was surprised that huge slices of meat were actually common on the menu and gave the burger a great umami flavor. And one of the best burgers I've had in my entire life was the 6-week stout, which had big jam on it. And really, that is the beauty of a burger. There aren't any hard and fast rules about what can and can't go on them. The only rule is that it has to taste good. And yet, there have to be some rules, right? Like, if you could just throw a bunch of ingredients together at random, every one of us would be a professional chef. What I'm curious to know is this. What exactly makes one dish tastier than another? Does science offer us any objective truths in this area? And most importantly, can we use that science to improve the taste of our food? So saddle up, theorists. Today, Steph and I are going to try to beef up our burgers with the science of flavor pairing. So flavor pairing is a field of study that's exploded in popularity in recent years. And it's not hard to understand why. Every chef, mixologist, and food brand out there is looking for new, undiscovered flavor combinations. The basic idea is that 80% of what we consider to be taste is actually smell. And so food pairings take special interest in aroma compounds, the molecules that are responsible for odors. There are many, many, many different aroma compounds, and each one communicates a different scent to the olfactory. Actually contains over 1,000 different aromas. So the basic theory behind food pairing is that the more aroma compounds two foods share, the better those two foods will pair together. It's important to mention that this is a relatively new field of study and that this theory remains disputed in academic circles. Nonetheless, the website foodpairing.com has dedicated itself to this approach and as such has been building out their interactive website for the past decade. The website basically works like this. First, you select multiple foods, then a green dot appears between them. The bigger the green dot, the more aroma compounds that are shared, and theoretically, the better those two foods should pair together. So, as we crashed around on the website, we found that this leads to some pairings that you'd expect, like wine and cheese, but also some pairings that you might not expect, like olive oil and banana. As you add ingredients, the same suggestions adjust to consider all the ingredients correctly. So, as an example, here are all the foods that pair best with hamburger patties. After we add mustard, notice how the top four suggestions change. Rabbit remains the number one spot, but dab moves up a couple of positions. And pork loin and hazelnut puree are brand new faces altogether. So it seems a pretty useful site as planned for this episode, but it also hinges on whether their aromatic approach to flavor theory holds water. So without any further ado, let's take it for a spin and see how this whole thing works. First, Steph and I harnessed the wisdom of SpongeBob and constructed a standard baseline burger, the double catalog of food that is honestly pretty impressive, but they still don't have every food out. Defaulted back to the burger the way it was originally meant to be with mustard. How is stuff? Don't you love these episodes? Last episode, I had mayo on my cheese in literally every stop that we. Thanks a lot, guys. Wow, this is an amazing burger. Look at the flavor pairing.
That's actually going to be hard to beat for me, I think, but I'm open.
There were a whole lot of tiny green dots going really expecting the burger.